Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for the 11th through to the 18th of April 2026. It is going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, our higher selves, and of course any other animal, ancestral or dragon guides that you feel resonant with, Aries. Okay, let's just see what's going to, something that maybe you've been up to recently, Aries. Let's have a look here. Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Let's grab a few more cards and let's have a look. Yeah, so at the moment, we can talk about this, I guess, while I'm shuffling. We have the Queen of Cups and Six of Pentacles. So, I think recently, Aries, you've probably been doing some introspection. I think you're kind of, maybe you're doing some reflecting, thinking about your life. In general, maybe you are doing an art form, okay? Maybe you're doing something that is feeling to you as though it's a good balance of your energy. You know, the energy that you're getting from doing it is worth you putting in the energy, okay? It's something here to do with your creativity, intuition, spirituality. And I think, Aries, you're kind of feeling, you know, as though things, it's fairly harmonious for you to continue with that. You also have Five of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. So you may be feeling as though, you know, something's missing, or you're missing out on something, or a question in your mind is, are you missing out on something? But the interesting thing is you have this Nine of Pentacles here along with that energy. Sorry about the lighting. Which is a really nice, sustainable balance of, you know, once again, this idea of the energy and focus and time that you're putting into something is you're going to be compensated. You're going to be, you know, paid back, or you're going to receive returns from that. So maybe you are going without something at the moment, so that you can, so that you're moving into this. Maybe you've taken a cut in income so that you can spend more time on something that you're involved in here. General direction moving forward is that you have the Death and Temperance. So something is coming to an end in the name of you being able to create better balance and harmony for yourself here, Aries. So, you know, this energy here is actually harmonious for you at the moment, but I feel that even whilst you're in that, it feels as though you're still going through this process of letting something go. Okay, this feels like there's some remnants of something that you're letting go, which could be an idea or a belief, or a long-held value that you are sort of dissolving. General direction moving forward is interesting because you have the Ten of Wands along with the Nine of Swords. So there could be something about a new direction that you're really going to that you feel as though you really have to work hard on. You have to really persevere through it, and it is sort of stressful at times for you to do this. Or the Nine could be the energies that are coming at you as a result, perhaps from other energies around that are sort of ascribing to like this sort of, I was going to say slave mentality, but this sort of slaving away at things. Maybe you feel as though you need to be slaving away at something. Let's grab some cards for your outcome. I think maybe what this could be saying also is that you're putting in a lot of hard work into something, and I think what you're really hoping that it's going to be worth it, like that all of this, all of these thoughts and all of the mental focus that it's taking out of you, you're really hoping that it's going to be worth it in the end, because I feel maybe there's a project that you're finishing up with soon, or that you're going to be completing here, Aries. Let's have a look. Two of Wands. Okay, so there's a new spiritual path, and we also have the Devil, okay, which can be a tenacious, that Capricorn energy of tenacity. But it could also be saying here, Aries, that this new path, maybe it will be something that you will become more attached to, and it will be, as you go forward, it will be easier for you to, go into work mode, or to go into doing this thing. And maybe there are sort of habits that you are changing, and you are looking at moving into working in a different way. There's something about this harmonious energy recently. I think that there's a challenge aspect to it for you, Aries. There's a challenge aspect, and I think it's sort of really challenging you here in terms of work ethic, dedication and perseverance. Okay, there's something here that you're having to persevere through. Let's look at your challenge here. King of Swords and the Four of Cups. Yeah, so maybe what you're doing is quite a mental, a lot of thought processes going on for you, Aries. Maybe you're having to hold space for others, or maybe you're managing something. And at times, I guess this is, it's going to be a challenge. Maybe there's, maybe you're going to be focusing on what's not working, at the expense of seeing the opportunity that it's providing you, or that it will provide you. Yeah, we're going to get some spirit guidance now. I think at the moment, Aries, it's a little bit like you're sort of, at the moment, I think you're feeling like you're taking the good with the not so good at the moment. Like you've got this Nine of Pentacles, which is, a really nice, balanced, fulfilling life, okay, with comforts. You're fulfilled in what you do. But there's this Five of Pentacles here, which you may be feeling as though, something's missing. But it could be that there's a challenge aspect to this, given the general direction moving forward is the Ten of Wands. I feel like this could be quite, maybe this is a very intense, creative, intuitive or spiritual project, okay, that you are doing. And it's almost like underlying theme is you're wrestling with these two energies of, one of them is like death and the other one's life almost. So it's like, it's not literally life and death. But what I'm trying to say is that there's the letting go, or the destructive component, and then there's the creative component. Temperance can talk about bringing things together in a new way, about alchemizing. So maybe you're going through a process, Aries, of alchemizing the shadow, or alchemizing your the lower vibrations, okay? I think you're transmuting them within yourself and around you. This idea of alchemy is also kind of conveyed in these two, which is, this is the new path and this is perhaps the old way. So there's something about the, like maybe suffering, pain or whatever, that you're transmuting and you're turning into a new path. So I think you're alchemizing, transmuting and transforming something. And I think this is the process here. The general direction is that, it's fire and air. So it's like a very consciousness thing. It's like you're transmuting something about your consciousness and something about your passion for life, or you're turning it's like you're turning stress into a new, you're changing it, and you're you know, using that energy in a different way. Let's have a look here. And I mean, the King of Swords in your challenge is also that Heir of Air. So you have, in terms of consciousness, clarity and intelligence, Aries, I think you're using your intelligence, the world. Okay. So you will succeed, Aries, is what Spirit's saying here. You will acquire this beautiful balance of freedom and responsibility, and you will transmute whatever it is you're looking to transmute through whatever it is that you're doing, okay? King of Swords again. This card also jumped out in the pre-shuffle. So using your intelligence and your higher consciousness and your ability to navigate different states of consciousness, I think. Because you may be confronting aspects of your shadow as you do this work, okay? Four of Swords, which in this image is a wolf tied up, but Four of Swords is that meditative energy. Okay, so it's about resting the mind. So Spirit's saying meditation is, you know, going to help you as well. Let's look at the bottoms of the decks. Two of Wands again. So whatever you're doing at the moment, Aries, whatever this Queen of, or whatever you have been doing, whatever this Queen of Cups is to you, whether it's something creative, something spiritual or intuitive that you're doing, it's probably feeling to you like it's a new path, okay, a new path in life. And this is sort of what Spirit's saying, because you have Two of Wands twice in your reading, okay. Let's have a look at this deck here. And the Hanged Man, yeah, you're sort of surrendering into a new way. I think it's very much to do with creativity and intuition here, Aries. And you know, we're going to say it's a spiritual path as well, okay. Hanged One, Hanged Fae is to do with, you know, Aries, you're really surrendering into this, and it's a process of enlightenment. I think you're going through a process of releasing Devil and Death, okay. You're shedding, transmuting, you're literally transmuting aspects of your shadow, okay. Of the shadow self. We have the golden shadow, and then there's like the darker shadow, but a lot of the shadow stuff is simply talents and gifts and abilities that we've repressed, okay. But sometimes the shadow is that part of us that wants to keep it repressed. So it might be that you're no longer feeling as repressed in areas of your creativity, intuition and spirituality, Aries, okay. And I feel like this is what you're transmuting, okay. You're transmuting your inner tendency to perhaps repress or to self-sabotage, if that makes sense to you, okay. Five of Swords, yeah. This is just what we were talking about 1 second ago, and that is that there's a part of you, the shadow, that sort of wants to, the darker part wants to kind of lord it over the light part, which is that part of you that's been repressed, possibly, that is to do with your creativity, your sovereignty, your spirituality, your intuition, all your talent, skills, gifts and abilities. And I feel that this is, you know, if that's your higher self there, and this is the ego, okay, this is also an energy of egoic energy, Five of Swords, is that you are literally turning those tables, Aries, okay. Because if we, you know, if this is the darker aspect here and this is the lighter aspect that's been hurled down, okay, you are literally reversing that, which is awesome. And here we have strength, okay. Aries, you need to believe that you can do this, that you are transmuting. I think you're using your creativity, your spirituality and your intuition. You're really tapping into that your higher aspect of yourself. And I think really these two cards here, like at the moment, now as we're saying that, I think this is really those times, Five of Pentacles, when you are doubting that you should trust your higher self, or that you can trust your higher self, or that, you know, things will work out for the better. And this is the times when you're not in doubt, okay. Nine of Pentacles, there is no doubt, right. So doubt, no doubt, right. So I think this is about you believing that, you know, you have the strength here, Aries, to get this thing happening. You also have the ability to overcome the challenges. You know, if you're focusing on the 3 cups, or you're focusing on your doubt, okay, that's going to be a challenge for you. But the cup on offer here is that you have this, you have intelligence and higher consciousness that you can tap into, and you also have spirit guides. Well, let's grab a dragon oracle for you to finish off here, Aries. Yeah, King of Swords twice in your reading. So once again, you know, not doubting that you have the intelligence and the consciousness to handle what it is that you're doing, right? Omega Dragon, beautiful white dragon, harnesses the divine feminine power of creation. Yeah, I think you're doing some sort of creative process that's really helping you to transmute the lower frequencies so that you can be in your higher self more so. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. Yeah, this is what we're talking about with your King of Swords here. Birthing your higher consciousness, which means that of these cards here that you're focusing on, Aries, is that you're focusing on your 9 of Pentacles. You're focusing on your 10 of Wands, which is that you have the ability to get this thing done, but you might just need to take some breaks, okay, here and there to support yourself, rather than pushing through it and sort of stressing yourself out. Is to take the breaks, to realize that you are creating, you're alchemizing, you're creating something here. And, you know, this was the recent Queen of Cups and 6 of Pentacles. You're creating harmony. You're doing this by activating your creativity, spirituality, and intuition. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's just a choice point for you, Aries, in terms of what you're focusing on. But, you know, Spirit says that you've got your own back here, and that Spirit has your back as well. You know, 2 of Wands twice. This is a new spiritual path, okay? You're literally creating a new world. You're holding your new world in your hands and you are moving into it. As I've just pulled this card up, we also have the beautiful Queen of Wands here, Aries, for you, which is just fantastic. And, you know, dragon guides could be a thing, right? You are moving forward, doing things your way. Queen of Wands, very creative, passionate, driven, inspired, okay? So definitely a great energy. And sorry, I just have to grab this one as well. We also have the Empress, like abundance, Aries. It's all happening. Those 2 cards were ready to jump as soon as I lifted this one. So, yeah, awesome. I hope that's been helpful for you, Aries. I think we will wrap it up there. And, yeah, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.